Well, one of my favorite cousins, Trevor Noah, is taking The Daily Show on the road, and that means all of your favorite correspondents will be there, too. Correspondents like Dulce Sloan and Mr. Roy Wood Jr. Take a listen.
I want to ask you about this IKEA situation, though.
The COVID lockdown?
Yeah, the people getting locked up in the store.
Yeah.
What store would you like to be locked in for 2 weeks? Like, what would be your COVID lockdown store of choice?
I'd probably choose like a Best Buy or something. I can play video games the whole time.
Bro, that's dumb. You ain't got nowhere to sleep. You ain't got nothing to eat in Best Buy. There a couple movie theater snacks. That ain't no real food.
And from the pandemic to their Vote-demic 2022 midterm election coverage, that's what the focus is now for the brilliant minds at The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. And here to fill us in on where they're headed and why are some very cool and funny friends of mine. Well, an old friend and a new friend, Mr. Roy Wood Jr. and Miss Dulce Sloan.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
And by old, I don't mean old, I mean because you've been on our show before, and this is my first time meeting Dulce. So nice to meet you, Dulce.
It's too late. You already said it. My feelings are hurt.
I'm sorry. But nice. So that's why my excitement is for Dulce, though. Here's my thing. I'm so jealous of the two of you because I don't know what it's like to have funny coworkers. None. And you two get to work together.
Ooh.
Well, you know, it depends on what part of the building you're in. You know, sometimes with the funny coworkers, and then sometimes it's hello. You know, so it depends on what part of the building you're in as to where the funny, coworkers. It's not everybody.
Well,
you know? I don't want you to have the misconception.
At least the correspondents are super funny from watching the show. And I have to say this, being stand-up comedians, taking the show on the road is, normal, right? So there's a specific reason you guys are going to Atlanta. And so talk to us about this situation. Are you guys there already? Are you leaving now? Or what's the plan?
We are on the ground now in Atlanta. Our live shows start tonight. But, this is what The Daily Show does, and I think this is what the essence of the show has always been, to be able to go where the issues are being discussed, whether it was Chicago, we went to Miami, we've gone to Philly, we've gone to Cleveland, and, Atlanta is just Georgia, rather, it's just another state on a long list of states where there are issues here that are rippling across the nation, be it gun control or women's rights, LGBTQ equality, voting rights. There's so many things happening here at the same time that we figured this would be a great place to come and settle in. Also, barbecue.
Also barbecue, of course. And then let me just say this, Dulce, I have a question because I was telling them earlier that I do not like politics, but when it comes from funny people, the way you guys get to frame the situations, and you make it more interesting. So how do you guys go about figuring out, because the show is already planned out, so how are those pitch meetings? Do you say what you want to do? Do people suggest? How do you like take on politics and make it interesting for people like me who don't really normally like it?
I mean, I don't like it either. So I was very worried when I got the job, because I was like, oh man, they're gonna be asking me to talk about senators and aldermen and comptrollers, and I don't know who those people are. I'm glad to be here because I grew up, in Atlanta and Miami, but a lot of my childhood, most of my life was here before I left for LA and for Daily Show. So for me, it's interesting to have this, this job that changed my life, to be able to bring it back home. Like, my mama lives here. So my mom and my cousins and aunts and uncles, real cousins, play cousins, everybody's here. So to be able to bring the show here has been very interesting, and I know that all my family's going to ask me for tickets on the last day, because that's how that works. But yeah, it was very hard starting this job and being like, I'm not somebody that really paid attention to politics, but I think that's what makes me good at what I do, because I'm always thinking of the person that doesn't.
Exactly.
Right. Well, that'll make it look easy. I was like, okay, I'm not somebody who likes politics, so how would I talk to somebody who doesn't like politics?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I see everything.
Nice.
Like, how would I talk to me and make this funny and interesting to me? It's kind of how I approach everything.
And you guys do just that. That's why I keep watching. That's why we all keep watching. And Roy Wood Jr., you probably forgot the last time you were here, you said I was gonna, when you guys got back to the studio, you would have me on the set. I never heard from him since, Dulce. Just saying, never heard from him
Yes.
since. Good to know. And I called you my friend, just so you know. Friends don't abandon friends.
That was different. Now, look, we in New York. I'll come up there.
Oh, come on.
Now, okay? Tell the truth on this television. That's not what happened.
Okay, that's not
I
what
called you that one time. You remember?
No, you did not.
You
No,
ain't
you
get
did
the-
not. But
Let me confirm your phone number.
oh, please. No, you did not. But I will track you guys down through the TV anywhere you are, because tonight through November 3rd, you can check out The Daily Show with Trevor Noah from Tabernacle in downtown Atlanta on Comedy Central. My two friends, Mr. Roy Wood Jr., Miss Dulce Sloan, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you guys through the TV or in person when I stalk you on set.
Thank you.